All right, here we go. Looking at our Unit 5 review. If we take a look here, we've got writing and simplifying ratios. I can find rates and unit rates. So writing this ratio as a fraction is going to be 9 over 24. And I think what does 9 and 24 have in common? That's going to be a 3. So if I factor out a 3 from both of them, I'm going to get 3 over 8. That's my final answer. 20 over 35, they both end in a 0 or a 5, so I'm going to try to factor out a 5 from each. I'm left with 4/7. Kind of the same idea over here, 15 over 20. I know that they end in 5 or 0, so I'm going to try to factor out a 5 and get 3/4. And last but not least, I see that these both end in zeros, so I'm going to try to factor out a 10, and I'm going to be left with 10 over 13. Write each ratio as a unit rate. So again, if I go 150 miles in 3 hours, I want to figure out how many miles in 1 hour. So if I had 150 total, I'm going to divide by 3 and find that my answer is 50 miles per hour. I spent $9.45 for 5 pounds. If I want to find the price for just 1 pound, I'm going to divide it by 5. And I'm going to get an answer of $1.89 for 1 pound. And last but not least, 270 words in 3 minutes. Maybe that's reading, maybe it's writing. Either way, if we want to find out how many words we can say or type in 1 minute, we have to divide it by 3 and get an answer of 90 words per minute. WPM. We can solve proportions and use proportions to solve problems. So again, in this case, I'm going to cross multiply. So I'm going to multiply 6 times n, and I'm going to multiply 5 times 2. So 6 times n equals 5 times 42. That's going to be simplified to 210. So 6n equals 210. Divide by 6 on the left side and on the right side. And n is going to equal 35. Cross multiply. 18, let's see here. 18 times 2 equals 53x. That's going to give me 36 equals 53. X divided by 53 on both sides. And I'm going to get a decimal, I bet. Let's see here. 36 divided by 53 is 0.679245. And in this case, it says round to the nearest tenth. So I'm going to say this is 0.67 would round up to 7. So 0.7 equals x. Cross multiply. I see that I have 30a equals 15 times 98. 15 times 98 equals 1,470. This is 30a. Divide by 30. Divide by 30. And a is going to equal 49. Last one of these types of problems, 25m equals 150 times 21. 25m equals 3,150. Divide by 25 on both sides, and you're going to get an answer of 126. All right, notice that it says these figures are similar. Find the missing side. So again, I can compare and I can say, all right, well, this side is going to be similar to this side. And this side is going to be similar to this side. So I can set my proportion up a couple ways. You can go side to side, or you can go like, you can compare the two triangles, or you can compare the two sides of one triangle together. So I'm going to set it up with my yellow sides on top. I'm going to say 6 over 24. And because 6 went first on top, I have to put 9 on top as well. And now it's just cross multiplying. So 6x equals 24 times 9, 216. And if I divide by 6 on both sides, I get x equals 36. So this answer is 36. I'll set it up slightly different. For this one, I'm going to use the scale factor. So again, if I look at these sides and I say, all right, right here, I have 9. Oops. Right here, let's say I have 9, and that's going to correspond to 99. And then I also have to figure out, well, what's 10? How does that compare to x? Well, I know that I can do 9 times 11 equals 99. So my scale factor is 11. So I can say, all right, well, 10 times 11 equals 110. So x is going to equal 110 because I'm using the scale factor of 11. So again, gonna set it up. So this time I'm gonna compare triangles that have the sides together. So you can see there's lots of ways to solve these. I'm gonna compare 14 with x. So I'm gonna say, okay, 14 over x, and that's going to be compared to 2 over 1. Cross multiply, 2x equals 14. Divide by 2, you get x equals 7. This one, I'm going to use the scale factor. So again, if I look right here, I say, okay, 10 and 90, I think I'm going to multiply by 9. But let's check it out. 4 times 9, 36. That worked out nice. 14 times 9 is 126. So all I need to figure out is what is 7 times 9. 7 times 9 is 63. So x equals 63. Because I used the scale factor. Last one, a map has a scale of 1 centimeter to 75 kilometers. What is the distance on the map for an actual distance of 37.5 kilometers? So again, just to keep it straight in my head, I'm going to always keep centimeters on top and kilometers on the bottom. And then I recommend you use the scale that they give you first. So 1 centimeter over 75 kilometers equals, I want to know the distance on the map. I don't yet. So I'm going to put an X, but I do know the real life distance is 37.5. So when I cross multiply and I cross multiply, I'm going to get 1 times 37.5 equals 75x. 37.5 equals 75x. Divide by 37.5, divide by 37. Oop, almost goofed up there. I got to get x by itself, so I need to divide by 75 on both sides. And I'm guessing that that is going to equal 0.5 equals x. So what is the distance on the map? Distance on map equals 0.5 centimeters. There you have it.